In the year 2026, the Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force, commonly known as the JMSDF, is pushing the boundaries of naval warfare with new, cutting-edge warship designs and enhanced maritime capabilities. While Japan has long maintained one of the most advanced and disciplined naval forces in the Pacific region, recent upgrades signify a strategic shift to focusing on technological superiority, multi-domain operations, and autonomous systems integration. This is a major response to the changing security dynamics in the Indo-Pacific, especially given rising tensions in the East and South China Seas. At the heart of this evolution is the JMSDF's unveiling of a brand new class of stealth destroyers. These warships aren't just about firepower, they're designed to be elusive, adaptable, and network-centric. With angular hull designs and radar-absorbing materials, these next-gen vessels reduce radar cross-sections dramatically, giving Japan an edge in stealth operations. Unlike traditional destroyers that emphasized brute strength, these ships reflect a philosophy of precision, survivability, and digital warfare dominance. These destroyers are equipped with the Aegis combat system latest variant, the Aegis Baseline 10. This allows seamless integration of surface-to-air missiles, anti-submarine weapons, and ballistic missile defense systems. Japan, in close collaboration with the United States, has customized this system to suit its geographic requirements, especially to counter threats from North Korean missile programs and Chinese naval assertiveness. The new destroyers carry the Standard Missile 3 Block IA, a missile developed jointly with the United States. Capable of intercepting short to intermediate-range ballistic missiles in mid-course, this missile forms the defensive backbone of Japan's ship-based missile shield. By deploying these on agile and stealthy platforms, Japan has increased its response time, strategic mobility, and survivability in hostile environments. One of the most discussed additions is the integration of the Cooperative Engagement Capability, or CEC. This system allows JMSDF warships, aircraft, and land-based radars to share tracking data in real time. Imagine a scenario where one ship detects a stealth aircraft and another fires a missile based on the first ship's radar lock. That's the power of CEC, and Japan now possesses this game-changing ability. The result is a multi-layered defense net that stretches across the entire theater of operations. Subsurface threats remain a major concern for the Japanese Navy, given China's growing fleet of nuclear and conventional submarines. The JMSDF has responded with a dual approach, enhanced sonar systems aboard its warships, and improved anti-submarine helicopters, such as their. These helicopters, launched from warship decks, carry dipping sonar, sonobuoys, and torpedoes, extending Japan's reach below the waves. Furthermore, the new destroyers include hybrid electric propulsion systems, reducing their acoustic signature and making them harder for enemy submarines to detect. Japan has also invested heavily in naval aviation. In 2026, the Izumo, once a helicopter carrier, has now completed full conversion to operate stealth fighter jets. This modification gives Japan its first true aircraft carrier capability since World War. Operating these fifth-generation jets from the sea enables Japan to project air power far beyond its coastline. The combination of vertical takeoff capability and stealth ensures that Japan can respond quickly and decisively in contested zones. What's truly revolutionary is how artificial intelligence and autonomous systems are being incorporated into Japan's naval warships. The JMSDF is working with local defense firms to develop AI-assisted threat detection, electronic warfare management, and automated damage control systems. These features allow warships to react faster to threats, optimize energy usage, and even self-repair critical systems in battle. Beyond surface vessels, Japan is also modernizing its submarine fleet. The new tasteless submarines, with lithium-ion batteries, offer significantly longer underwater endurance and faster recharge times than traditional diesel-electric subs. These submarines, built for stealth, surveillance, and surprise strike capabilities, now include unmanned undersea vehicles, UUVs, as part of their loadout. The future of undersea warfare in the Pacific is going to be quieter, smarter, and deadlier. Japan's maritime strategy isn't just about technology, it's also about positioning and alliances. The JMSDF now operates more frequently alongside the US Navy, the Royal Australian Navy, and even the British Royal Navy in exercises like RIMPAC and Pacific Vanguard. These multinational drills test joint operation capabilities and show the world that Japan's Navy is not acting in isolation but is part of a robust security architecture in the Indo-Pacific. In addition to fleet enhancements, Japan is building up its naval infrastructure. New forward bases in Okinawa, the Nansei Islands, and upgrades to Sasebo and Yokosuka naval bases are already underway. These facilities are being fitted with anti-drone systems, electromagnetic railgun research centers, and unmanned systems control nodes, preparing for a future battlefield that's highly technological. On the cyber front, the JMSDF now includes dedicated cyber warfare officers on board its key vessels. These specialists monitor for digital intrusions, defend against GPS spoofing, and run on-board counter-cyber measures. As warships increasingly rely on interconnected systems, securing the cyber domain becomes just as critical as physical defense. Another highlight of 2026 is the launch of Japan's new multi-role frigate program. Designed to operate in low-intensity conflict zones, maritime security patrols, and humanitarian missions, these ships are nimble, cost-effective, and AI-assisted. They can be operated with a minimal crew, thanks to extensive automation, and have modular weapon systems that can be swapped out depending on the mission. Torpedoes 1 week, anti-piracy tools the next. Japan's naval engineers are also working on laser weapon systems to intercept drones, small boats, and incoming missiles. The first ship-based laser trials have begun, and results have been promising. Within a few years, it's expected that Japan's warships will routinely deploy these high-energy lasers for close-in defense. In a strategic twist, Japan is expanding its capabilities in amphibious warfare. The new class of landing platform docks, LPDs, allows the JMSDF to deploy troops, vehicles, and supplies in remote island scenarios. These are vital assets for defending disputed territories or aiding in disaster response missions across the Pacific Rim. The influence of the Japan Coast Guard has also grown, especially in gray zone operations or situations that fall below the threshold of conventional war, like fishing disputes or maritime incursions. New patrol vessels with military-grade sensors and weapons have been delivered in 2026. Allowing the Coast Guard to act swiftly in coordination with JMSDF when sovereignty is challenged. With maritime threats growing more complex, from hypersonic missiles to drone swarms, Japan is investing in a layered defense strategy. This includes the use of jamming systems, decoys, and soft kill methods to protect its warships from being overwhelmed. Aboard the newer vessels, electronic warfare suites are now fully integrated with radar and weapons systems, enabling automatic countermeasures against guided threats. Public support for Japan's naval expansion is at its highest in decades, driven by increasing awareness of regional risks. The Japanese government has significantly increased defense spending to over 2% of its GDP, a historic shift from its post-WEI stance. Much of this funding goes directly into naval modernization, cybersecurity, and joint military research programs with allies. training and personnel readiness are also undergoing transformation. In 2026, JMSDF sailors are using virtual reality systems for training in damage control, navigation, and threat scenarios. AI tutors simulate realistic combat environments, drastically improving response times and decision-making under pressure. Japan is also becoming a leading exporter of naval technology. Through its defense industry, it now supplies radar systems, naval guns, and propulsion systems to friendly nations like the Philippines, Vietnam, and Indonesia. This not only builds stronger alliances but also ensures that Japan's defense industry remains financially sustainable. In the next few years, Japan plans to launch its first unmanned surface combat vessels, fully autonomous warships that can patrol, monitor, and even engage threats with remote human authorization. These vessels will be smaller, faster, and more expendably perfect for dangerous missions where human lives must be preserved. Japan's 2026 naval revolution isn't just about competing with other powers. It's about protecting vital sea lanes, responding to natural disasters, ensuring humanitarian aid delivery, and upholding international law. From piracy in the Strait of Malacca to freedom of navigation operations in the South China Sea, the JMSDF is increasingly seen as a reliable and responsible maritime force. As we look toward the future, the Japan Navy is clearly moving toward a vision of smart, seapower-aware artificial intelligence, autonomous weapons, cyber resilience, and advanced stealth technologies blend into one cohesive, agile, and formidable maritime force. The world is watching, and Japan is ready. The 2026 fleet showcases not only the physical strength of steel and firepower but also the power of innovation, alliances, and strategic foresight. In the fast-evolving waters of the Indo-Pacific, the Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force is charting a course that promises to shape the naval balance of power for years to come.